Okay. So the other day when I played Toy Blast, I got to level 348 before losing all my lives, so let's play that again. It's 27 Celsius in my bedroom. That's insane when you think it only peaked at 25 yesterday. I don't like heat waves at all. Horrible things if you ask me. So, at least I'm doing better, a lot better on this than I was last time I played, aren't I? Yes. OCD is worse though. I had trouble just getting all my settings ready to do the video. Then I had trouble getting started with the video. Took like 10 attempts, more than 10 attempts even, to get started with the video. I tell you, building a successful YouTube channel is hard enough for most people, but imagine doing it with trying to do it with crippling OCD like I have to do it as well. Seems like the odds are stacked against someone like me, doesn't it really? Well, speaking of odds, it doesn't look like I'm going to do the level after all, after that great start, does it? Typical of me. That kind of bad luck. Let's try again. Okay, let's go. Even though I might have felt a hair in my mouth then. Sometimes I get them when I try to eat Jolly Ranchers without it can get sticky. It just feels disgusting, and yet it tastes so nice though. Right, so it'll be grand if this propeller shoots sideways so I can get these two together. Yes, nice. Very nice indeed. Will I do it, I wonder? Those igloos at the bottom make it a nightmare pretty much, don't they? Constantly spawning extra ice cubes. Or I've done it anyway. Still, at least the sunlight isn't glaring through my window as much now that it's getting towards 7 in the evening. And I'm second. I'm second on this scoreboard. Clueless as to how Heather could have got 150,000 points on this level. Still, at least I've got 3 stars on it. Anyway, let's get on to... Let's go on to level 340. Let's go on to level 300. Let's go on to level 300. Let's go on to level 300. Let's get on to level 349, which I'm last on. Oh, this one looks odd, doesn't it? With the boxes arranged into narrow columns and Easter eggs and bubbles to deal with as well, to contend with. Still, I seem to be doing quite well, don't I? At least on the bricks front I do anyway. Yeah, summer isn't good for fatties like me, really. Though I don't go out often, and how being fat means that you soon tire out, and you know, having to carry all that excess blubber around with you and whatnot. And summers just seem hotter than they used to, really, don't they? I always think these days. Hotter and more tiring. And it isn't even officially summer yet, is it? With it being April and all. At least I've got a more generous amount of moves on this level. Those last ones seem to expect me to do a lot within a short amount of moves, I thought. That was a mistake, it seems. We're getting close, just one bubble away from doing it. Makes me think of how so often in the past when I was advancing through levels on this game when I hadn't done the levels before, and I used to think it was kind of funny and typical of me how often I'd come like so close to doing levels but then end up failing at the last juncture pretty much. In the end, I come to expect that kind of luck from me, really, when I try to succeed at things, like coming within a hair of doing it but then failing pretty much. I wonder if I can get a double Rubik's Cube here. Now that'd be splendid. Getting pretty close. Yes, I've done it. Now let's hope this helps me complete a level. Coming pretty close after all, aren't I? And it looks like I've done it. And a nice score indeed, And I'm first in my rightful place. Okay, let's get on with 350 now, which I'm second on. Lots of toasters all over the place to produce slices of bread with, isn't there? Is there even 18 Easter eggs on the screen, I wonder? I was just trying to count them then, or will more be falling onto the screen as I get rid of them, I wonder? Don't those Easter eggs look good enough to eat when they're unwrapped, eh? I wonder if I can get these two Rubik's cubes together on a horizontal plane. Well, near enough anyway. Yes, let's do it. Wasn't that magnificent? I have some real skill, don't I, on this game anyway. A good deal of strategical planning sure works wonders here. Of course, it was better to focus on getting rid of those two Easter eggs then, rather than trying to get more bread out of the toasters by targeting more of them with that double power up just then. Scarily enough, though, I've got a lot of slices of toast to get just yet, haven't I? With only a few moves to go as well. It might be best to go for a Rubik's Cube with these greens, although I'm not going to get it, am I? Terrible miscalculation there, I suppose you could say. Yes, another fail. At least I only had 4 left, though. Yes. Seem to be losing a life each level, don't I? Or at least that's some form of progress. If not the kind of progress I'd like. But better than nothing nonetheless, isn't it? Those awkward, annoying times when you can't get two power-ups next to each other. So I gave up and used it before I wanted to, pretty much. Maybe you can get two Rubik's Cubes next to each other now, though. Or maybe not. Guess I've just got to settle for a TNT box. Okay, let's try this. Still way behind on the pieces of toast count, aren't I? In regards to the amount of moves I've got left and all. Okay, let's try this. Well, that rush of propellers could have served me better, couldn't it? Hardly hitting it, not really hitting many toasters there. Looks like another fail, doesn't it? Pretty close as well. This could be my last life now as well, if I'm not mistaken. It's funny how the colours seem better placed at first, but then it gets quite a lot harder later on to get them next to each other, doesn't it? Or that could just be a case of me panicking and failing because I'm panicking, who knows? Okay, let's try this. That was just my mum telling me tea's ready, that I answered to just then. Trying to get a lot of red boxes on screen here so that they can be utilised as propellers eventually. I'd say now might be a good time to use them. Well, not just yet actually. Yes, I'd say now. There's so many on the screen and all. Although depending on the amount of toasters on screen, you can only get a limited amount of slices of toast, can't you? So that's another thing to be mindful of really on these kinds of levels, I find. Can this be a double Rubik's Cube? Yes. I'm the best. Another win for me. Okay, let's continue. Only one. Only one life left. Let's go on to... Let's go on to 351 now, which I'm first on. Oh, that's a lot of Easter eggs, isn't it? And a lot of toasters and a lot of bubbles as well. Intriguingly enough, Sunny Jim. Quite satisfying to do this one, isn't it? With how I'm able to hit so many things with each move I'm making a lot of the time. Although the sheer amount of Easter eggs does serve as something of an obstruction in regards to getting colours together to form power-ups, doesn't it? So that's one thing to be wary of. Anyway, I've got two Rubik's Cubes together now, which is a good thing, as you'll see. A very good thing, in fact. Quite a boon, you could say. Will I get another set of Rubik's Cubes, I wonder? Maybe not, unfortunately. But at least I tried, nonetheless. Not many purples on screen at the moment, is there? And I'm starting to panic a bit with how low my moves are getting as well. Doesn't that little jingle sound just then remind you of the old Bewitched TV show a bit? Anyway, now it might be prudent to turn the purples into propellers. There's a reasonable amount of them on screen after all. Maybe now we can get double Rubik's Cubes, but maybe not actually. Anyway, this is good enough. Good enough for my goal. And I came first as well, nice. Let's press on. To 352, which we only have to get one rocket toy to the bottom of and I'm first on it. But surely things aren't that simple, eh? And what did I tell you, all those ice cubes in the way? Even though the level will be over when we get him down to the bottom of that column, that's a lot of ice cubes to get through, isn't it? A lot, but not an insurmountable number, I might add. All we really need is to get some heavy-duty power-ups going on, and then we should be laughing pretty much. And when I say heavy-duty, I don't mean twin propellers, as that doesn't really have a particularly drastic effect on the goings of things. Although sometimes good old-fashioned 1 or 2 ice cube breakages at a time is sufficient, isn't it? Who would have thought it would end up being good old-fashioned grunt work that would get us through this? Typical me, though, still getting the urge to want to show off and do things spectacularly. Will I do it? Imagine if I just end up with 1 ice cube in that bottom corner that I don't manage to get rid of. That kind of thing would be typical of me. Will this be a sideways shooting propeller? Actually, maybe I could try to combine power-ups instead. Or was that just a mistake? No, it wasn't, I don't think, because even if I manage to get 2 propellers down here, it'll be a win, although didn't quite manage that. Anyway, this shoots sideways, so I won anyway, so yay. I was worried a bit for a minute, thinking I was going to lose my last life and that the video would be over. But no, I survive, yes. Let's continue. So that was 352 I did, I think, yes. Let's get on to 353. Only 2 minutes pretty much until I get me next life as well. Yes, so 353, a go now, which I'm second on. And 5 toys to get to the bottom of the screen. Whoa, that's a lot of bricks and beach balls, isn't it? And don't these 5 toys all look cute on screen together at the same time? All with their cute, innocent, inquisitive expressions on their faces, wondering if I'll manage to do the level. Maybe they're even pondering what they would do if they were in my shoes, making the decisions as to which boxes to click and whatnot. Or maybe they don't have any thoughts of their own whatsoever, without they're just characters in a computer game. All of these things are interesting thoughts to ponder indeed. I was hoping then for a double TNT box actually, but who knows, things could still end up working out for the better after all. It's just a matter of going with the hand we get, isn't it, in life? Making the best out of what we're given. I think it'll be better if the yellows end up becoming TNT boxes here, so maybe if I get a sideways shooting propeller here, I can close the gap between these two. Although, I'll be able to close the gap between them anyway if, after removing these yellows, if I get a propeller here, won't I? Yes. Oh, maybe I can get my double Rubik's Cube after all, yes. Isn't that wonderful, ladies and gents? Did I win this already? Yes. I always find it funny, by the way, when a lot of toys fall to the bottom of the screen simultaneously and do the little victory cries all one after the other in rapid succession. And some still second, it seems. I can't remember what my placement was before I started this. That's a pretty mammoth score that Emily had, isn't it? Okay, so that was 353 we did. Now on to 354, which I'm third on. A piggy bank level. It looks fun anyway. Looks like it'll be satisfying to do. I was hoping for a double Rubik's Cube there, but that might not necessarily be realistic to hope for here, who knows. It'll be spectacular if I do get it though, won't it? Still, having a lot of red boxes on the screen will suffice towards my goals anyway. Yes, so I'd say now might be a reasonable time to utilise them, to transform them or convert them, or however you might want to put it. I'll leave that at your discretion, ladies and gents. That might have been a waste of a move getting these to the bottom just then. Just felt like the right thing to do at the time, I suppose you could say. Can I get a double Rubik's Cube now? That's the question. Yes. That's great. So 14 slices of toast to get in 14 moves. Intriguingly enough. Doesn't seem like it'll be too challenging. Can I get a double Rubik's Cube again? Yes. So that's a ton more toast, slices of toast for me. And another win for me. Not quite first though. Emily's gets good scores on these levels, doesn't she? I mean, I had two sets of double Rubik's Cubes at that, didn't I? So that was 354. Let's get on with 355 now. Similar goal here to accomplish. And I'm last, unfortunately enough. Let's go. But as you can see on this level, the piggy banks have their burglar outfits on, which means they're more resilient to being hit with things such as propellers and TNT boxes and Rubik's Cubes. So now you see how the difficulty level can incrementally rise at times, don't you? It is nice and satisfying, all these toasters in the middle though, for when we have the same colours lining up next to them so that we can produce lots of slices of toast from them. And unmasked plenty of the piggy banks as well, revealing their identity so that they can no longer hide behind a veil of anonymity. I'm a poet and I know it, aren't I? Poet in the literal sense, in the literate sense, mind you, not in the rhyming sense. As that wasn't a rhyme, was it, what I just delivered then? Don't really think there's any pressing need to go for double Rubik's Cubes here, so let's just try to get numerous green boxes on screen. Maybe that's enough. Who knows in this day and age, baby dolls? These are mysterious times, I suppose you could say. And if you know where that reference comes from, that's 150 DJ points for you. Coming close to winning here, and I do win. So, I wonder how long I've been playing now. Get guessing maybe probably half an hour. Only third with a mammoth score like that as well. Shocking, eh? Okay. How long? 40 minutes. We really do need to stop then, don't we? Especially now that I've just done a level at a kind of pivotal number in 355, since it's easier to remember what levels you do when you stop at increments of 5 levels at a time, isn't it? So, without further ado, ladies and gents, I'm signing out for now. So I bid you all farewell, and I'll see you when I see you, baby dolls. Goodbye.